Hey, Crypto Growth fam, how's it going? This is your host Shazib signing in. We're back with another video, folks. XDC silently going under a digital revolution. It's going to be an interesting one, guys, so make sure to watch till the end. And folks, for those of you who are new to the channel, we primarily discuss utility coins and potential gems. If you're interested in any of that stuff, then subscribe the channel and hit the notification icon for regular videos. So folks, let's see how silently XDC is building. Look at this. Web3 alert says global trades silently going under a digital revolution. Paper is going digital. Data is being logged on chain. Folks, data, as they say, is the new oil. It is all about the data. In the latter parts of the 21st century, it will all be about data and digitalization, how everything is going to be digital, how physical realm is going to be interacting with the digital world. So this is what it is all about, be it any industry, be it global trade finance, be it payments, be it tokenization, real world assets, Internet of Things, you name it, artificial intelligence, deepen. Everything will be focused on how the new transformation in the new system takes place. While most of the industry is focused on AI, deepen, RWAs, etc., this $20 trillion plus sector continues to transform, and XDC and Iota are two of the few that are playing a role in this digital shift with world leaders. Folks, when we talk about innovation, I've rarely seen a project like XDC that wants to truly change and have an impact, a true impact on an emphatic impact on how global trade takes place. So, talking about digitalization, the digitalization of global trade was never built to become a hot trend or be a sexy narrative. After all, digitalization invoices and logging trade transactions on chain. So, folks, that XDC isn't built for your average retail or your everyday investor. It has use cases in its in the backdrop. It is built and optimized for enterprises, for the institutions, and it is here to merge the two worlds, folks. Yeah, retail can benefit from it in multiple ways, but mostly it is all about DLT based global trade and specialized purpose for it. We're talking about names like ITFA, ICC, WTO, World Trade Organization, all the way to government entities like Singapore IMDA, Serpro owned by Brazil government. So look at this, the governments are involved. They wouldn't be involving themselves with a project that is just merely a vaporware or wouldn't be providing something of use tangibly. Obviously, folks, so many different organizations, so many different states and countries are involved with XDC network. And of course, with regards to paperless trade, we've seen banking giants with the likes of JP Morgan and Lloyds Bank, both using Enigio, which is built on XDC. So, talking about Iota, but Iota is also by no means a small player in the future of digital trade either. Folks, if you've been following XDC network, we haven't covered Iota as much, but Iota is also ISO 20022 compliant, and those that are the XDC community, they should look into Iota as well. When we talk about deepen the Internet of Things, Iota is indeed not a small player. It will become a major player in the future of digital trade, folks. They've been selected as the infrastructure for the trade logistics information pipeline between the World Economic Forum and Trademark Africa. So these are the levels that these projects are maneuvering in. They are floating in a level that we haven't seen any project go to, folks. These are World Economic Forum, IMF, ITFA, ICC, World Trade Organization. I mean, it cannot get any bigger than this, folks. TLIP has since expanded to the Twin Foundation, which includes the initial members. Look at this: the Global Alliance for Trade Facilitation, Institute for Global Change, Chartered Institute of Export and International Trade. So both Iota and XDC have key roles to play, and they combined can provide so much more in isolation as well, and cumulatively they can provide so much to the space. As far as XDC is concerned, look at this: the partnerships, the collaborations, it is huge. Hidden institutional pipeline, Ripple XDC back-end channel. Look at this: Nomura's Laser Digital is not just investing, it is reportedly working on a $150 million tokenized bond issuance by XDC by Q4 2025. Deutsche Bank and UBS tested XDC compatibility. Global trade law and treaty access: XDC was recently indexed into a legal framework. Law blocks on XDC, talking about transforming law, the legal sector. Law blocks on XDC may become legally binding smart agreements. Custodial lockdown, scarcity event: XDC supply obviously is capped. It is not unlimited. As you can see that the XDC supply is under massive lockdown pressure. 13.3 billion circulating, 20 billion plus locked in smart contracts, less than 3 billion freely tradable. Awesome. Result: when utility, it is all about the supply and demand. I've told you time and again, be it any investment, be it any business, you name it, it is all about supply and demand. When supply decreases or supply remains the same and the demand increases, you know what happens, folks. It is not rocket science. Supply shock happens. Look at this: when utility demand spikes post regulatory green light, Clarity Act plus ISO 20022, price impact will be extreme. Supply shock is baked in. Then we've got strategic military grade alliance. XDC network partnered with Fatur Labs 2024, a defense aligned cybersecurity tokenization lab. Then we have Constellation DAG. We've covered it extensively time and again. DAG, as you all know, is collaborating with the US Department of Defense. We've covered Constellation a lot of times. You can go and check out the Constellation videos as well. A really decent utility project, folks. Both of them, XDC and DAG, are rumored to share inter-system bridges for supply chain tokenization and DoD procurement down the line, the Department of Defense procurement. Time-sensitive macro signals, July 14th, 2025. Institutional wire-up for test for tokenized letter of credit, September 1st, 2025. Phase 2 rollout of tokenized government bonds, November 22, 2025. ISO 20022 final sync, expect immediate macro level onboarding. So what do we take away from all of this, folks? That XDC is no longer just a trade token. It is evolving into the global base layer. This is why we're saying that XDC might be that global base layer silently building under the radar, folks. Awesome. Geopolitical positioning: Mana plus BRICS gives XDC a non-US regulatory pathway as well. Although US is also on its way to gaining that regulatory clarity, a clear framework, all of that is in the talks. When supply shrinks, less than 2 billion tradable and CBDC bridges open, tier 1 extraction, $100 to $300 could hit faster than predicted, folks. This is what we're talking about. These are the levels. This is the magnitude. Look at this. This is X Finance Bull, XDC, the enterprise token from Singapore, taking over real-world asset tokenization. A hybrid blockchain powered by the Zinfin network. We've already talked about it. Tokenizing real-world assets like invoices, bonds, and real estate. All of them combined is a disruption of trillions of dollars. TradeFinex platform uses XDC to digitize trade documents. supports smart contracts for automating B2B transactions. It is institutional ready, folks, ISO 20022 compliant, enables interoperability with financial systems. It supports regulated finance as well, along with CBDC integrations, folks. Now, this is what we're talking about. Now, coming to this video over here, XDC official has posted this 2 days ago. You can check this out yourselves, 29 minutes long, but we're going to be looking at a small piece from this new video, how blockchain empowers institutional grade staking on XDC APEC broadcast. They talk about the XDC 2.0 in this section. Let's just check this out.
To know, where exactly is XDC network headquartered?
I didn't know that you met Son in person, but yeah, Son actually, asked me to get in touch with you. Oh, that's very interesting. Now that you've asked this question, and for the rest of the audience as well, so while XDC network is decentralized and has contributors globally, the core founding team member is primarily based out of Singapore. That said, its footprint is truly international, with enterprise deployments and community hubs just like yourself spread across the UAE, India, Europe, and more. So it's not a single entity operation, it's a network of collaborators, innovators, and institutions all over the world.
The whole blockchain industry is very decentralized, yet, we are able to meet everyone from every place, in different areas. So I came across something, in terms of like an upgrade that XDC underwent to XDC v 2.0. Could you tell us more about it?
XDC 2.0 was a major milestone. It wasn't just a performance tweak, it introduced critical upgrades at the protocol level. One of the biggest highlights was the introduction of military-grade forensics. And what does that mean? Which adds an extra layer of auditability and security. Another game changer was the 3-block finality. That basically means transactions are confirmed faster and more securely, which is incredibly important for, obviously, financial applications where delays can be very costly. It also made the network more appealing to institutions needing substantial settlement and compliance guarantees.
Earlier, we chatted about how block daemons support XDC network by running like master nodes. And for master nodes, there's like a requirement, like users need to have 10 million XDC token in order to run a master node. But I do hear that XDC network had a vote as well on liquidity staking. So could you tell us more about, what this means for XDC network as well as institutional investors?
Very good question. So liquid staking has been accessible through Prime Finance for some time. But a recent proposal from Valid Protocol caught attention from many in the broader crypto circles. Valid Protocol, that initially provided staking as a service for retail investors, particularly those unable to afford running a master node independently, is now shifting its focus towards liquid staking, enhancing accessibility and flexibility for a broader range of participants. So the proposal has garnered strong support from the community, and it's currently under review. As the DeFi landscape on the XDC network continues to evolve, we anticipate the emergence of more projects offering innovative liquid staking solutions. With growing adoption and technological advancements, accessibility to staking is set to expand, unlocking new opportunities for investors at all levels. For institutional investors, liquid staking on the XDC network, what does it do? Presents a compelling opportunity to optimize capital efficiency while maintaining exposure to staking rewards. So traditionally, as you said, running on XDC masternode requires 10 million XDC, KYC compliance and technical expertise, creating barriers for institutional participation. Whereas liquid staking eliminates those hurdles by allowing investors to stake XDC and receive PST XDC, a liquid staking derivative, at a 1-to-1 ratio. So basically, these are some of the benefits of liquid staking on XDC.
That's interesting. And I think that's good to know, users have the option as well to do liquid staking, which I guess provide more liquidity, without having to go through things like the warm-up, unbonding period. And also probably they wouldn't have to fulfill that 10 million requirement.
Exactly.
So it offers like an alternative.
That's a barrier.
Well. Yeah, that's definitely a barrier. I think when people talk about, staking on XDC, the term that comes across more often is they refer XDC network staking as a dedicated proof of stake, or XDPOS in short. So how does that differ, from a standard POS or proof of stake frameworks?
So XDC Network's delegated proof of stake, which is XDPOS, enhances standard POS by offering high scalability, efficiency, and decentralization. Unlike a traditional POS, XDPOS uses a reputation-based system where elected validators only produce blocks in a round-robin manner, ensuring fast transactions and low energy consumption. It integrates BFT for security, preventing malicious takeovers. Additionally, the XDPOS supports a self-KYC, making it enterprise and regulator friendly, while maintaining decentralization and trust. This model optimizes network security, speed, and institutional adoption, setting XDC obviously apart in blockchain innovation.
The whole idea of how it does the POS helps to ensure the fast transaction. Again, like we all know the importance what differentiates XDC from the rest of the other networks is that it aims to offer that speed as well as that low gas fees. Yeah, it's good to know, the technicalities behind how all this work. Now that we touch a little bit more on masternodes, can you share another technical question, Sunny? But I hope you are able to share a bit more how masternodes, play in network security. And again, back to that 10 million SDC token questions, like how, what is that strategic significance behind having this amount of tokens?
Good question. I get asked about this question a lot when I'm out there at events. So masternodes in the XDC network enhance security by validating transactions, maintaining decentralization, and preventing fraud. They ensure network integrity and stability while supporting governance. And the 10 million XDC stake, which all of us know about and talk about it, requirement plays a key role in ensuring committed, high-quality node operators who have a vested interest in maintaining trust and efficiency. This stake discourages spam, malicious activity, and low-quality participation, creating a blockchain ecosystem that remains secure, scalable, and economically sustainable. So that's why it's that amount of staking that is required for the masternodes.
Thanks, Sunny, for the enlightenment. And I think now that, people understand, the strategic significance, I guess the next questions that a lot of people, who are interested in staking will always have is that, so how are, the block rewards being distributed? How are transaction fees, being distributed across all these masternodes? And again, the questions that comes when people...
So folks, what do you guys think about XDC network? Do you think that it indeed is the global base layer for global trade? Basically. What do you guys think? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Decent and its wallets, as well as Patreon, by following the links in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.